Wintest from Vintage Muscle. Is it any good? Well, my name's AD West and welcome to Sups Reviews, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Wintest from Vintage Muscle. It's a pro hormone. Does it work? Are you going to get the results? Well, let's find out. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications icon so that you're notified each and every time we upload a new video. Now, we do loads of videos on all different types of supplements in the bodybuilding industry, so if you're into bodybuilding and you're into supplements, then it makes sense to subscribe to us so that you will see all our future videos. Now, before we get into today's video, remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not advising you to take or not to take anything that we discuss in these videos. These videos are purely for your entertainment purposes only, and what you choose to do with the knowledge that you've attained by watching the videos is completely up to you and has nothing to do with me. So now we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. So just after Christmas, I was contacted by a company called Vintage Muscle, and they reached out and they wanted to send me a product and do a review on it, test it myself, see what I thought of the product and give an honest review. So Vintage Muscle, they're based in Utah in the United States, and they've been producing legal pro hormones. So in the States, there's I'm not sure how it works in most countries, but in the United States, where the majority of my subscribers are from, there are certain pro hormones that were banned and certain pro hormones that are legal, and basically the difference is if it's natural, if it occurs naturally in nature, then it is legal and it is available to sell in the USA with no issues. That's how I understand it. That's how the guys at Vintage Muscle explain. So first things first, this has got two ingredients which we'll get into, or two main ingredients, and essentially what it does is it allows your body to actually build more muscle. Now obviously, if you're new to bodybuilding, you've got to be eating the right food in order to build that muscle. That's the main building block for your muscles, is going to come from your food, your protein intake, and also you've got to be doing the right kind of training in order to help break down that muscle so then it grows bigger. But what's going to help you build muscle quicker is by increasing the amount of available testosterone to you. So there are lots of ways that you can do this. There is TRT, which you can get from your doctor. There are anabolic steroids, or somewhere in between you have got this, which is a pro hormone. It's essentially a precursor to your body's natural testosterone. So what it does is it actually converts to DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, in your body. Now that has loads of amazing benefits, but obviously the main thing is you're going to get serious gains from it. So it comes in liquid form, and essentially the way you take it is you would take 2 ml per day, and it's in a little dropper here, and it's a white liquid. This is actually flavoured as well. I'm not too sure on the flavouring, but they've started flavouring them now to actually give you a better taste, so it's easier to go down. But I just usually wash it down with some water, or coffee or whatever, and you take it in the morning. You would take 2 ml per day every single day for 8 weeks, and then you would run their PCT product. But if you're like me and you're on TRT, then you could run it up to 12 weeks, so 8 to 12 weeks, and then you don't need to do the PCT. So it's either or. And you run this every single day, even on your off days. So that's a question I get asked a lot about lots of products is, do I take it just before I train? Realistically, you want to take it in the morning every day, whether you're training on that day or not. Every single day throughout your whole cycle, 2 ml every day. And that's how you're going to get the best results. If you're only taking it on a training day, it's probably not going to work, and it's not worth it. And you have to really run it for 8 weeks. Otherwise, you're not going to see the main benefits. The main benefits on something like this is going to come, past week 3, really. So week 3, 4, 5 and 6 is when you're going to see the best results. And obviously if you're running it for 8 weeks, then you're going to see amazing gains. So I actually live in Manchester in the UK, and they were able to ship that over to me, or this product, Win Test, over to me without any issues. It did take about 2 weeks because there was a slight delay. I'm not sure if that was to do with Christmas and COVID and all that, but generally speaking, stuff from America doesn't take that long, so it's probably just a one-off. Now, I've been running this for 2 weeks. Now, what I've actually found is I've definitely found an increase in strength. My overall well-being, so my get up and go has increased. Sex drive has increased as well, which I didn't really expect because I'm on TRT, but it has increased, which, you know, can only be a good thing. Well, it depends who you are. So yeah, I've had an increased mood, libido, strength has gone up as well, but also with it being week 2, I've definitely noticed an increase in the size of my muscles. I look better in the mirror, and the fat's coming away as well. So the main benefits you're going to get from this is you're going to get increased muscle mass. It's going to be a lean mass on this Win Test. There's a few different stacks. They're all explained on their website, and they've also got a YouTube channel as well which explains the different stacks as well. I'll possibly be doing videos on that myself in the future, but this is going to add extra lean muscle mass. It's going to help to burn fat. Obviously you're going to get increasing mood, increasing libido, so you're going to feel great. You're going to get more definition, and like I say, it's going to reduce your fat as well. I've noticed a little bit of that. I put on quite a bit of fat sort of towards the end of last year, and now that's sort of slowly coming away. And it's also going to increase your endurance, and it's going to help you to recover a lot quicker. Now, what a lot of people say about Win Test is the reason why it's called Win Test, although it's not Winstrol. Winstrol is something different. It replicates Winstrol in terms of it's going to be dry, hard gains. So if you're looking to lean up, or you're looking to add more muscle mass without adding any extra fat, but also burn fat at the same time, it's going to be really good, and it's going to be really useful for you to allow you to do that a lot quicker and a lot more effectively than going natural, but also you're going to get more gains than if you're a natural as well. But is Win Test natural? That's going to be the main question I get asked. Well, there's lots of different reasons people might ask that. So in terms of Greg Doucette, sort of natty or not, is it natural? Well, if you're taking this, you would not be classed as a natural athlete. But most people who ask that question when they come into a supplement shop like this is my sponsor's shop, they're asking, is it natural? Because they want to know, is it a natural product? Is this something that's produced naturally in me, or natural in nature, or is it medication? So if you think about SARMs and things like that, they're medications. If you think about testosterone, that occurs naturally in nature, and so does this. The reason why Vintage Muscle are allowed to sell these is because it's something that's produced naturally, either yourself or in various animals, or naturally in nature it's produced. So all the different pro-hormones are different, but the ones that you can still buy in the States are the ones that are natural. So, and the other thing is, the reason why people ask, is it natural, is actually they're asking, is it legal? Well, in the United States, it's perfectly legal. You have to check the rules in your country. They had no issues shipping this internationally as well. So if you're looking for something that, you know, the benefit for this really over, you know, anabolic steroids is you're not going to need to inject yourself. It's very easy to take. 2 mil drop on the tongue, or what was advised to me was drops under the tongue, so you can take it in sublingually, or at least take a bit of it in sublingually, and then, you know, chase it down with, you know, a nice drink. I do flavoured water in the morning, but that's totally up to you. So there's 2 ingredients in here. There's 5-AOHP, which has got lots of letters and words after that, but generally that's what people are going to call it, 5-A-OHP. That actually is a precursor to testosterone, so it converts to dihydrotestosterone in your body. Now, Where this differs to Winstrol is you're going to be getting the similar effects that you get from Winstrol, but there are certain side effects that you're not going to get. Now, when I've taken Winstrol in the past, I've only been able to run it for about 4 weeks because I get tired and I would get sore joints. You're not going to get that with this. And also, Winstrol isn't considered hair safe. Now, the research I've done on this since having it is it says that 5-AOHP is actually considered hair safe, or a lot safer than taking Winstrol. So what I mean by that is if you're someone who has the bald gene and you're going to go bald anyway, or at least go thin on top, then with Winstrol you would experience a bit of hair loss. It might come back after you stop doing Winstrol, but it's sort of something that does scare a lot of men. You're not going to get that with this, so it's not something to worry about. Obviously everyone is different, and you know, stressing about hair loss is actually worse for hair loss than a lot of anabolic steroids. So a lot of people don't realise that stress is going to contribute more than anything else. But it's nothing to worry about on this. So that's the main thing with Winstrol. You dry joints, it makes me tired. And although this doesn't affect me because I don't have the bald gene, I just have a stupid haircut. You don't have to worry about the hair loss side effects that are associated with a lot of DHT derived steroids. So it's a pro-hormone, it's legal in the States and most countries as well. Check your country before ordering it, of course. And it does convert to dihydrotestosterone in the body, and you're going to get fantastic results, but you're not going to get the side effects that you would get from Winstrol. So the other ingredient in here is 5-A-androsterone, and that's also known as epiandrosterone, which is actually used for weight loss as well as improvements in the libido, and can also have a positive effect on muscle growth. So it's just really good working together. It's going to help to keep your gains dry. Honestly, I've had some fantastic results on this. Now, you can stack it with SARMs. Obviously, we do a lot of SARMs on this channel. I would recommend stacking it with something like MK677, which isn't a SARM, but it's a growth hormone secretagogue. But that's going to help you to recover. It's going to help you to maximize your gains. But you could also put something else in there as well. Because it's quite strong, you don't need to. But, you know, some people do like to stack things with it. You could put terkestrone with it as well, or ecdysterone. But I would recommend, if you're going to stack anything with it, you know, you probably want another sort of dry gainer, so something like Rad 140, but honestly, you don't really need anything with it. And with regards to the PCT protocol that you follow is exactly what they recommend on Vintage Muscle. I'll put a link to their website below. If you've got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Now, Vintage Muscle do have a Facebook group which is like over 40,000 people. It's a massively trusted brand, and they've got a lot of followers and a lot of good feedback on the website. You can go through all the reviews on the website as well. And I was surprised, you know, when the guys got in contact with me, I get phone calls and I get emails and direct messages from loads of different businesses. And sometimes in this industry, people are hard to talk to. They don't know how to communicate properly. But, you know, Blaine, Manny, and the guys at Vintage Muscle have been amazing. They rang me from the States. We've had a chat. And also, if you've got any specific questions to you, the Facebook group, if you pop a message on there, not only will one of the Vintage Muscle team get back to you, but also a lot of the people who are part of the community will help you with your questions, and you can learn a lot from going onto their forum. So not only is it a great product, not only is it a great company, but you'll also find that there's a great community online of like-minded people that will help you to achieve your goals. So thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time for another video. Cheers.